It sounds like
hey, I try my best to talk to you, tell you about the things I like to do. You know your smile is lighting up the room, up the room.
Make sure that I eat loads of carrots because
do you always look this beautiful? Can I kiss you when the night is through? Because right now it's all over.
Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because we're gonna go on a road trip and I'm just prepping and packing for it right now. We're running a bit late to pick the camper van up and I feel a little bit under the weather. I woke up with a sore throat this morning and I just made myself some, I think it's lemon, ginger and honey. It sounds like it could do some good for my throat and I really feel kind of tired and exhausted just because I think my body is fighting something. But yeah, I'm gonna take you on our little camper van trip because I think it's such a nice thing to film for myself and Maul, but also at the same time, the theme of camper trips for us is always minimalism, digital detox, going back to nature, just really reducing all the dopamine hits of this world and being present and very focused, maybe even do some self-development work. But truly it always feels just so good to just come back to a more simplistic way of living, I want to say. Like the meals you make are usually more simple because you don't have your full kitchen attire and the space you're cooking in is tiny and therefore you just want to make something simple, easy, quick most of the time. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. We're also gonna drive through Berlin and I'm gonna see some of my girlfriends there and I'm excited for that. Yeah, let's go try to fix that sore throat, dye our eyebrows because that's my first prep for this trip. I feel like my body just screamed yes. This feels really good. I'm using the eyebrow color of Sayas. I'm just gonna mix the color real quick. All mixed, and I definitely will be using some Vaseline around my eyebrows and I'm gonna put some on my lash too. And that really is going to help for me to not put color on my skin too much.
Hey, I try my best to talk to you, tell you about the things I like to do. You know your smile is lighting up the room, up the room. Do you always look this beautiful? Can I kiss you when the night is through? Because right now it's all I wanna do, wanna do. Your lipstick left a mark on my cheek.
Okay, I've got the eyebrow color on my eyebrows and I'm gonna take the Vaseline around it away in a sec, but first I'm gonna put some on my lashes.
Whoa, can I see you again? Can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up.
This is where we pray that we don't have to sneeze.
I said, whoa.
I just set a timer for 10 minutes. I've got some on my lashes, some on my eyebrows.
I wanna hear your voice over the phone. Can I call you when I get back home? So we can talk about you and I, you and I.
We packed everything up, our clothes, food, all the stuff, and just rushed a bit because we were a little bit late in terms of our own agenda. And on the way to the camper van, we saw a million billion angel numbers, which was super, super sweet. And then we drove halfway and then the rest of the trip we walked to get the camper van just to get ourselves a little bit of movement in. Okay, we had to rush, so I didn't really film much of me packing. And I'm wearing such a warm jumper that I'm a bit hot, but I'm scared that it's gonna be so cold. We still have some laundry in the back and you can see there the stuff. Most of the stuff is already downstairs. Now it's just picking up the van. He's gonna be here in the next 5 minutes. We've got like an orange camper van, but it's pretty cute from the inside as well. And yeah, we're excited. We're way later than we wanted. But that's just the reality of today. But I'm super excited to spend some time with Marold and just digital detoxing, being really simple and minimal in what we eat and just going for hikes and all the fun stuff. And yeah, so My hair is already not cooperating, but as we're in Berlin tomorrow, I'm gonna shower at a friend's house and maybe do a little blowout, but you know what? It's probably gonna be all ponytails and pigtails and whatnot. Yeah, wearing just really cozy clothes and just gonna put the rest of the stuff downstairs. And what I'm really happy about is that besides the laundry, which still needs to dry, there's our stuff that we managed to reset everything pretty well. Meaning we're coming home to a tidy and clean space. This is all our stuff, and here you can see the camper van. It was a little bit tight this time, specifically because Maud is pretty tall, but still we had a really great time, and I feel like they made it really cozy. And there you can see me, and that's where our little adventure starts. And I really didn't do a good job in commenting what I filmed, so I'm gonna do quite a few voiceovers, but you know, it's fun to try a new style of vlogging. And here we're driving, and the first thing we did, honestly, after we did drive for a little bit, was to go to McDonald's. That's just the reality of it. We felt hungry, we wanted to have a quick bite, and McDonald's just felt like was gonna do that job. Here we have our first fries, but they didn't have any plant burgers, so we went to a second McDonald's because the McPlant is actually really good. It is with a Beyond Meat patty, and I always take it without bread, obviously because I don't eat gluten, but it was pretty good. And then we went back on the road, and you can see the pretty sunset. We found a nice space for the night. We also left way later than we wanted, and we knew that we had to be at a certain time the next day in Berlin, which is a pretty long drive from where we were. So we just found a space as we felt exhausted where we could sleep the night. It was a parking lot, but it was directly connected to a little lake, so it was so pretty waking up to that.
Left a mark on my cheek. So you wanna do it again, wanna do it again. Standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again, wanna do it again sometime. I wanna hear your voice over the phone. Can I call you when I get back home? So we can talk about you and I. Or can you tell me what you wanna do? I'll do anything you ask me to, as long as I can spend the day with you, Lipstick left a mark on my cheek, so I keep thinking of you. Whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime. Whoa, can I see you again, can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime. I just can't stop thinking of you. Whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime. Whoa, can I see you again, can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by.
Much this morning because we arrived so late last night. We spent the night in Berlin and met some friends, and then just decided to head out of Berlin still, even though we only arrived at 2 a.m. out of Berlin. But it made sense for us to do that because we woke up next to a really pretty lake, which I didn't really bring my phone or camera and realize while we walked, so we just actually slept in a little bit until like 9:30 a.m. or something like that, and then went for a walk. Got some, or made ourselves a matcha and some coffee. Maro didn't like his coffee this morning, so I've got a matcha and a coffee now. And we just went to the supermarket to get some stuff. I got carrots and hummus because I'm in my autumn, so the period just before I get my period, the time before I get my period. And I just want to make sure that I eat loads of carrots because carrots have something in them that is not digestible, but what it essentially does, it helps excess estrogen to be carried out of the body. And I've been not having the best period times at the moment, so I really want to balance out my hormones more. I've been speaking a bit about it, and I will definitely dive into that more. But yeah, so I've got some carrots, some hummus, my coffee, and now I'm gonna check where we're gonna head for tonight and also maybe look for a little hike. The weather is not that nice. It's pretty cloudy and gray. Yesterday it was so sunny, but we spent most of yesterday on the road, but I feel like that's how it goes sometimes with those road trips. The day you have to drive a lot, if you have a specific agenda, it's really sunny, and then the day where you want to just, go for hikes and walks, it is kind of gloomy or rainy or windy. It's apparently even supposed to snow, so we're gonna see, but if it's just too cold, we're just gonna spend time in our camper van and play games and just watch something like a movie, but just go somewhere where we can look through the window and see just some nice scenery. And yeah, that's a little update, and we're gonna hit the road soon. Yeah. Marul got something from the bakery. It's like the biggest eclair we've probably ever seen. It kind of looks like he's eating a burger, and it's just like bakery stuff. And I've got a little gluten-free snack for myself if I want something sweet, because I saw him getting the eclair and I was like, I want something in case I'm jealous. And I think this is gonna be quite good. It's like a Kinder Bueno, I think, but gluten-free.
Never tripping for living on the edge. We were living on the edge. We didn't care about the rest. Care about the rest. I thought that it would last forever. 'Cause with you
we decided to interrupt our drive for a hike. Did you just see the bird fly by? That was magical. This hike was really beautiful, and it had like such weird energy. It basically is this area, this hill, this hike, this massive space where there were the battles of Napoleon in Germany. And yeah, I don't know, I'm an energy person, and I can tell you it felt really, really weird at some spaces, but the views were amazing, and it was so interesting to read a bit more about that part of history and just soak it all up, realize this crazy, mind-boggling energy of millions of people battling each other there and falling, and it just, I don't know, it freaked me out a little bit, but the views were amazing, and it was so good to stop the drive, move our bodies, and just go out and soak up some sun, because we were really lucky too with the weather, because it was a little bit gray. The hike was super sunny, and the moment we stepped into the car, it started raining, so we were really lucky that day. On our way back to the camper van, we saw this little garden, which I thought was so pretty, all the flowers, and then we decided to drive to a place called Weimar, which was really cute and pretty. We definitely want to go back there. It felt very poetic, and it was residence of Goethe and Schiller, so we definitely want to go back. We got gluten-free pizza, and then we actually decided to drive a little bit, even though it was dark already, to find our sleeping place, and the moon was incredible. We both never saw something so magical and crazy. But yeah, that was that day. This is one of the things I love about a camper van, when you cook your breakfast and you just sit down and it's all simple. And we just had some eggs, avocado, bread, some coffee, because I didn't feel like a matcha, weirdly enough, that morning, and a ginger shot to just make sure that I wasn't fully getting sick, because like I said before, I was feeling a little sore in my throat. And that's where we woke up to. We woke up to this beautiful, beautiful lake and just went around a little bit, had a look, but we knew we wanted to go for a hike in a different area, which was still quite a drive, so we drove there, and it was the most magical hike you're gonna see in a second. But it started snowing like crazy, and we decided to still do a short hike, and the views were amazing. I can't even tell you how magical it was to do a hike in snow and to be in this environment, in this forest, while it was snowing, while snow was on the ground, while it was crunching beneath our feet. And yeah, that was basically the last hike of our trip. After that, we headed home, and And now I'm sitting here editing this, coming back to what is really important to us. And that's, I think, what a camper van trip always manages to teach us: to be more present, to focus on things that are really important, but also to really reduce the things in your life, like the materialistic things, because you don't have the space for it or the time really to leverage them. And yeah, so this was an amazing trip. Even though we didn't manage to really properly plan it out, it was a little bit more chaotic than usual, and we didn't really unpack our bags, which made it a little bit more stressful than it should have been. But yeah, I highly recommend to just, if you have access to go glamping or rent a camper van and just go for a bit of a different kind of vacation, or a little break, staycation if you will. We were really tight on time because we had to give the camper van back by 7 p.m. and we still had quite a few kilometers to drive. So this is where we dropped the key. And then you can see here all our stuff. And now after a trip like this, we were not in the mood to put our stuff away or to cook, so we ordered some Thai food, watched a movie in bed, and called it a night. So much love and light. I am so freaking grateful for you to be here to watch a video. I've seen so many beautiful comments, and honestly, it makes my heart jump a million times faster. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you know that you're so very much loved, and any comment, any subscribe, any like, it really doesn't go unnoticed, and it's really something that supports me so much. So thank you so much.